So today I'm going to be talking about the answer that everyone is wanting right now is SEO dead? Is it worth doing? Is it not worth doing? What's the deal? So I'm going to start off with this simple search, and then I've got a little bit of a presentation that I'll show you guys as well. So is it true that clicks are down but conversions are up in SEO? Now there's been a lot of different case studies that have came out where they've tracked data for local businesses, for e-commerce stores, and basically the simple answer is yes, clicks are down to websites. However, conversions of those websites are either A, the same, or B, they've actually improved. And I'll tell you the reason why that is in just a second. So that might be a little bit crazy for some people, but you need to remember at the end of the day, the people that are actually visiting your website, they might not all be customers anyway. They might just be browsers, for example. They might just want some informational article. They might want a quick answer to a question they've got, and then they will bounce. However, with the rise of AI overviews, with the rise of LLMs, ChatGPT, OpenAI, Claude, all of them, what they've done is they are actually sending us, the brands, more qualified traffic. So as you can see here, more qualified traffic. This is one of the reasons why when users do click through, they are often more informed and closer to making a purchase or taking a desired action, aka a conversion. So although AI overviews or AI, a lot of people are complaining saying that they've stolen our content, we're actually getting a lot more warmer traffic through to our websites. So that being said, let's go jump into this slideshow. Is SEO dead? Simple answer is no. So we need to talk about marketing. The funnel has changed. Zero-click is here, which is what I was saying before. If you're still optimizing for traffic, you're screwed. So what I mean by that is if you are only looking at clicks onto your website, that's like your biggest thing that you are sending out in client reports, or maybe you've got an SEO agency and that's what you're sending out at the end of the month. That metric actually needs to change, because otherwise it will look really bad. If you're just sending, for example, Ahrefs screenshots of websites traffic, a lot of websites have gone up and then they've gone down. That being said, the conversions are still, if not the same, or higher. Old funnel, so this is 2012. To be honest, this is probably actually maybe even like 2023 as well. So Google would send you 10,000 visits per day. Facebook would send you 3,000. Users clicked websites, browsed, trainers, scheduled blogs, traffic equals sales, right? The new funnel in 2025, people don't need your site anymore. Google AI gives direct answers. Instagram Reels gives you 20,000 views and no clicks. TikTok, for example, gives you workouts, no site visits. ChatGPT pulls Reddit and also social reviews as well. So the reason why I've shown this is people, when they actually turn up and visit your website, they know exactly how many Trustpilot reviews you've got. You might have had a influencer talking about your brand. There's a lot more trust being built in this space. So yes, you might be getting way less traffic. However, that person is way more informed about your actual brand. It's almost kind of like a shift from, instead of having 10,000 hits to your website, now you might only have 3,000, but they're a lot warmer. So myth versus true. Myth, no traffic equals no sales. The truth actually is no traffic equals no conversions. So people are still buying, they just skip the browsing of your website. So they are well informed of who you are, what you do, when your business was set up, etc., etc. Like you could actually Google a lot of business related terms, like when was, for example, we'll do a search now. When was Microsoft founded and who founded it, right? So for example, if I search that, it should be Bill Gates, and again, April 1975. However, before this, we might have had to search it up on Wikipedia, for example, or we might have had to go through to the to Microsoft's website, click through to the About Us page. It's just a lot more compact, a lot more user-friendly as well. Let's go back to our slide. So the two big differences: stop optimizing for traffic. It's the wrong metric. You should be starting to optimize for presence. Own impressions everywhere, not just clicks from Google, for example. The new funnel is get as much impressions as you possibly can across all different social channels, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever else. Then you've got engagement. So that's when you try to warm them up on your social channels. And then you've got transaction. Notice how it's not just impressions and then transaction. That's kind of what the old funnel was like. And it's also not clicks as well. How to win in zero-click marketing. So be the answer in AI tools. So try and get your brand actually mentioned in listicles, for example. Get your brand mentioned in Google AI, ChatGPT, Claude, however else. Seed Reddit and Quora communities with your brand. So previously, people were all worried about trying to get as much blog articles on their website. What we actually need now is to be omnipresent on Reddit, Quora, making certain that we are the go-to brand in all of the different sub-communities as well. Flood social with branded micro content. So what does that mean? For example, if I was to produce this video now and upload it tomorrow, which I will be doing, I will also be repurposing this video on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and I will be trying to get as much eyeballs to this video. That's also what you should be doing with, for example, your blog articles, or let's say you are a service-based business and you do Botox, for example. You should be having before and after photos on Instagram, right? That's how you build social proof. Build authority so your name shows where people look. Another very simple thing to do as well, right? You can do this across any niche that you want. So this is a really simple prompt. I feel like not many people do it, and I've also misspelled dentist as well. But I run a dentist clinic in Miami for families. Where are my audience if I want to market to them, right? And this is going to give you a list, because a lot of people think they just need to rank, right? And it's not the case. Like, your visitors could be on Instagram, they could be on Facebook, they could be on Pinterest, right? It also comes down to like where, or like what your demographic is as well. So don't just focus on ranking in Google, because you can do a wonderful piece of work on Facebook or on Instagram or on TikTok as well, right? So you've got audience breakdown. So you've got parents are ages 28 to 50 with kids at home, young families. So where are they online and offline? So Google search is obviously going to be number one in a lot of these cases. Then we've got Facebook and Instagram. Then we've got the Nextdoor app, right? So the Nextdoor app, I'm going to assume it's kind of like a paid directory, something along those lines. Then you've got YouTube and TikTok. And then you've got local blogs and mum blogs, right? So you could then end up searching for like local Miami blogs, for example, if that's what you wanted to do, and start advertising in those places. So then we'll go back to our slideshow, and we've got our closing parts, right? So that's how you build authority, so your name shows where people look as well. Closing thoughts. Traffic used to be the goal, and I don't want people to get the wrong impression, because I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't be doing topical authority. I still think that doing blogs on your website is very important. However, traffic and clicks to your website shouldn't be the only metric that you're looking at. Whether you're an SEO agency, whether you run a local business, you should be looking at conversions. How many people are still converting and coming to your website and turning into actual customers? Now that traffic is the byproduct, the real goal is owning the attention, right? So we currently live in an attention-based economy. So the more eyeballs that you have on your brand, guess what? They're going to be turning into more customers. Stop chasing clicks and start owning the impressions. So I think the biggest key takeaway that I would say from all of this is be omnipresent as much as you possibly can. Try and get listicles, try and get Reddit mentions, try and get Quora mentions. Be omnipresent, so have a Facebook channel, have an Instagram, TikTok, etc., etc., etc. Hope that has helped. If you guys do want more help, head over to kasra.com, fill in the contact form. And if you want a SEO checklist, the link for that will be down below. It's completely free. You can download it and use it as and when you need. It also goes into what's the most important, what's also the least important. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thanks.